The Trump UFO Briefing. By Grant Cameron. Because I run the president's UFO website, I have been asked many times if Trump has been given the UFO briefing as president-elect. Dr. Stephen Greer claims he got his UFO briefing material to Trump during the summer. I was even contacted by people who thought they might avoid giving him the briefing. I said Trump probably got the briefing, but now I have my doubts. In some ways you have to ask for information to get it. In a just-published story by The Washington Post, it has been revealed that President-elect Trump has only had 2 intelligence briefings in the 2 weeks since the election. Mike Pence, on the other hand, had almost daily briefings. Trump spokesperson Kellyanne Conway stated Trump is receiving intelligence info from a number of sources according to The Washington Post. After his election in 2008, President Obama took part not only in regular intelligence briefings but also scheduled deep dives on key subjects including Iran's nuclear program and covert CIA operations, including the accelerating campaign of drone strikes in Pakistan. The reasons for this bizarre situation may be accounted for by habits and traits that people have pointed out about Trump in the past. One example is the reason that Trump never faced a UFO question from Damon Steer at the Conway, New Hampshire newspaper early in the primary. Unlike the other candidates in both parties, Trump did not rent a bus and go town to town talking to small-town newspapers and hosting town halls where candidates listened to the concerns and desires of the voters. Trump simply flew in from New York for the events he did there and then flew back to Trump Tower. He made no effort to talk to voters or small-town newspapers. He did not meet with them because he didn't believe he needed to listen to them. He was running to tell them how things work and not the other way around. The same attitude of knowing all the answers was seen in the famous quote from one of Trump's speeches where he said he knew more about ISIS than the generals. If this analysis is right, Trump will rarely request security briefing because he has already figured out how the world works and is not prepared to listen to intelligence experts telling him things that oppose his worldview. Ronald Reagan has a similar attitude, stating that he could get most of the stuff in the briefing from the newspaper. The other possible reason that Trump may be avoiding the briefing was pointed out by Tony Schwartz, who wrote Art of the Deal, the book that made Trump famous as a businessman. Schwartz was with Trump almost full-time for 18 months and learned a lot about him. He described him like a kindergartner who can't sit still in a classroom. He told the New Yorker magazine that it's impossible to keep him focused on any topic other than his own self-aggrandizement for more than a few minutes. Schwartz added that Trump's incredibly short attention span leaves Trump a stunning level of superficial knowledge and plain ignorance. He prefers TV where everything comes in small bits, and Schwartz stated his belief: I seriously doubt that Trump has ever read a book straight through in his adult life. The Intelligence Presidential Daily Briefing takes about 45 minutes and is about 15-16 pages for presidents who wish to read it. Both might be too much for Trump to absorb, and he thus avoids the briefing, preferring to get his foreign intelligence from CNN and Fox News. Neither the spokesman for the Director of National Intelligence, which provides the briefing, or the Trump campaign has responded to requests for comment from The Washington Post.